welcome to my channel TT. Today I'm gonna talk about global leadership competency, and firstly I want to show you guys my personal profile. As you can see on the screen right now, the chart shows my personal profile in five dimensions of culture based on my response to the survey on Global Smart. So in terms of independent or interdependence, I'm carried towards interdependent because I tend to emphasize group harmony and collaboration and derive identity from group affiliation. When I'm assigned in a group, I always consider responsibility, commitment, and loyalty as important factors and priorities. I also follow egalitarianism. I'm never afraid to discuss, challenge, or even argue with my superiors. Up to this point, it suddenly reminds me of an incident that I have experienced before and I want to share with you guys. So back when I was a senior compliance officer at an Australian-owned company, I actually had a huge fight with my team leader because I disagree with the way she treats her subordinates, especially newbies. She was aggressive and harsh on them, and you can easily find moments that she's yelling at the staff, trying to blame people for her mistakes, but she's really good at building rapport with their member staff, who actually our managers. They were likely to be on her side and try to protect her whatever happens. Yet, it's not because she is a team leader and she has good relationships with managers. I was scared of her. Never. So I emailed directly to her and also CC'd managers to raise my voice and the other voices as well. My style is definitely not status oriented, which is really opposite to some Asian cultures. When it comes to risk, I'm not a risk taker, I have to say. I value thoroughness over speed and usually consider different perspectives and make sure that proper procedures are in place before starting to progress any particular project. And talking about direct or indirect communication, I'm pretty sure that you guys already knew that I'm very direct and never converse in a roundabout way, right, Leo? For the last dimension, I'm slightly task-oriented as I always prioritize accomplishing tasks over maintaining relationships. All in all, here are some typical traits of my personal profile in 5 key dimensions. So, you may question how I can survive and develop in different countries around the world. If you want to know the answer, keep watching. Based on my research, I found that my personal profile is not a typical one of an Asian country, but leaning towards Western style instead. For example, in Korea. People in South Korea tend to be more status-oriented than me, from what we learned in Alan Moore case study in class 5. I guess. Korean culture emphasizes social status and order. They respect loyalty to a hierarchical structure of authority. Whether based in a family or in a company, they have strict rules of conduct involving complete obedience and respectful behavior within superior subordinate relationships, such as parents and children, old and young, male and female, teacher and students. Now I have a clip that I want to show you guys how important personal status really is in Korean society.
안녕, 잘 지냈어? 안녕하세요. 네, 안녕. 두려워질 때마다 Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
As you can see in the clip, people in Korean are more likely to differentiate others based on their titles and positions in organizations or in the society. In contrast, people in Western countries are more direct in every way. For instance, in the US, rarely do you hear them answer yes or no questions in the way that may mislead you. This means they are likely to be more straightforward in the way they communicate. However, people in the United States are more risk-oriented than me. This means they may be less cautious and move on to new projects very quickly. Therefore, they may spend less time building relationships and conducting background research. Instead, They are more interested in efficiency, rapid decision making, and obtaining quick results. They think very highly of employees who demonstrate initiative, flexibility, and the willingness to make quick changes. Next, let's move to Japan. I guess you guys do remember this case study, which actually took me the whole sleepless night to complete. Anyway, as you may know that Japanese are more relationship focused rather than being task oriented. They are likely to spend more time building and maintaining strong relationships and place less emphasis on efficiency and time plies. They are less likely to focus on getting the task done if it's at the expense of maintaining harmonious relationships. Moreover, they place less importance on reaching goals and objectives on schedule, and they are more indirect in offering criticism of others' performance and work. Now, let's say goodbye to Asia, because we're going to Spain. My profile has some points that are very close to the average profile of people from Spain. On independent or interdependent dimension, they are also interdependent, but they have more indirect style than me. Personally, I think people from Spain have a pretty similar personal profile with other Western countries when they are interdependent, status-oriented, indirect, certainty-oriented, and relationship-focused. So, after considering 4 countries, I decided to challenge myself by developing a profile that will best suit all these competencies if I work in South Korea. Now, let's take a look back at my personal profile and Korean personal profile. As you guys can see that people in Korea are more status-oriented, indirect, and relationship-focused than me. Therefore, I have to find some ways that can help me empower my strengths as well as improve the incompatibilities in my profile so that I can survive and develop if I move to Korea. As Korean business and personal lives are based upon strict hierarchical structures, I need to learn how to show respect towards superiors and elderly. For example, some everyday activities such as greeting people and exchanging business cards involve formal rituals. It is important to provide and to receive business cards in an appropriate manner, which include carefully examining a business card while receiving and commenting on it. If one just accepts the card without reading it, this behavior would be considered very, very rude in Korea. Now, if you want to know how to greet people in Korea properly, let's check this out.
Sup, principal? 안녕하세요.
Generally, it is better for me to have a more formal interaction style than I used to in some situation in Korea. And in terms of indirect communication, I should avoid using an outright no in response to questions. Maybe try to find some indirect way to show my disagreement or refusal. I also need to ask more open-ended questions that do not require yes or no answers, as Koreans dislike refusals. Too bad. I also should phrase questions in a manner that allows for discussion. For example, I should ask something like, when can we expect delivery? Instead of asking like, will delivery be within 2 weeks? Hope this makes sense to you. And thank you for your watching and hope you guys will enjoy my videos. And please do not forget to subscribe my channel. Bye! When Kiashi meets her friend, she's gonna say
konnichiwa.
and when she meets elderly people, she's gonna say
konnichiwa.
that's how Japanese people greet people!
Yeah!